lineup he will face. Brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. Adam Jones will lead it. Then it's Scope, Machado, and Trumbo with 41 home runs. Chris Davis hit number 37 last night. Wieters the switch-hitting catcher. Then it's Hardy Stubbs and Nolan Reimold. Red Sox starting pitcher presented by New England Audi dealers. Pomeranz 2-4 with a 3.97 ERA.
The defense for the Red Sox is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They have been 5th in the American League with 74 errors. See across the infield, Travis Shaw, Xander Bogarts, Pedroia at second, Hanley Ramirez at first. In the outfield, 4 for 4 last night. Chris Young, Bradley Jr. in center, Mookie Betts in right. Behind the plate, Hannigan catching Drew Pomeranz.
The umpires tonight are brought to you by ToyotaCertified.com. Alfonso Marquez at the plate. Rackley, Guccione, and Emmel on the bases. And we're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP presented by ToyotaCertified.com. Search for your factory back Toyota Certified used vehicle right now. Pomeranz first one is ball one, and we're underway. Sox coming in 2 games up on Toronto, 3 in front of Baltimore, 5 in front of the Yankees. A strike on Jones, a .280 hitter. 4-time Gold Glover. Pretty outspoken in his support for 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick yesterday. Kind of stepped into that. All of that controversy. And in criticizing Major League Baseball's 8% African American percentage on today's rosters.
You know, if he feels strongly about that, I mean, more power to him. I mean, somebody's got to do it. He feels, you know, he's in the right position to do it.
He's been a terrific player. He's driven in 80 runs with 27 homers.
Story of this game is, can Pomeranz get some runs? All we've talked about is the run support for Porcello and last night Price. This kid has gotten no runs, but you see what he does. Half the time fastballs, 12-6 breaking ball, occasional change.
Swing and a miss. He loves to swing the bat. Down on a 94-mile-an-hour fastball to get started.
Pretty good juice right there, right from the get-go. 94 miles an hour, up out of the strike zone. Once again, free swinging. Adam Jones goes down swinging like a lot of the Orioles will do. This kid doesn't really want to throw his fastball for a strike. If he can get his hook over, that makes the biggest difference for him and keep the ball in the ballpark.
He's facing an excellent breaking ball guy now in Scope, who has 23 home runs. Starts him off with a curveball for a strike. Scope's slugging percentage on breaking balls is .601, 4th highest in the majors. To the left side, gobbled up by Shaw to his left, and he'll get him. 2 up and 2 down.
2 good breaking balls there to Scope. They don't have, their lineup is not really, they don't swing the bats very well off left-handed pitching. This guy is really the only guy that does.
Manny Machado, 306 with 35 home runs. You're right, left-handers give them fits. The Orioles with a .295 on base percentage against lefties. That is dead last in the majors.
Machado's the only guy hitting 300 off left-handers. You think with all these right-handed hitters, they
would do more damage. And that is outside ball one on a youngster. Still a youngster, 24 years old as of July 6th.
Boy, he hit a bomb last night, didn't he? 450 feet.
Number 35, as he'll take one downstairs. Pomeranz has been pitching quite well. The results haven't been there, but his last 7 starts, his ERA .276. And he deals the 2-0 pitch to Machado. And he popped him up foul out of play.
Once again, chasing that high fastball, but you see what he can do. Breaking ball. This ball is smothered over everything, 450 feet away, but that's only 1 run. You can live with that.
He had a weird night defensively, didn't he?
Yeah, I thought he should have had 2 errors.
Charged with 1. Could have had 2. Of course, they hit a lot of home runs. Tagged on the line. Here comes Jackie Bradley to make the backhanded play. Pomerantz gets off to a 1-2-3 start. Top, then Xander Bogarts and David Ortiz. Mookie Betts in right. Anthony Ramirez at first has 24 homers, 97 RBIs. Travis Shaw followed by Chris Young, also on fire. Jackie Bradley in center, and Ryan Hannigan doing the catching. The Orioles starter presented by GMC, and that is Dylan Bundy, a right-hander, 8-5, a 3.82 ERA, 23 years old. He's a rookie. And Pedroia will test him first. And Dustin has seen him before. He's 3 for 6 off him.
This kid Bundy, they've been waiting for him for a while. He had arm trouble, but he's a big prospect, #1 round draft pick.
The 1-0 toward the alley. He jumped on that one. And Karam's up against the wall. He's heading into second base, and he dives in with a double. There is no slowing him down.
You gotta be kidding me. This is ridiculous what he's doing. He gets a fastball and he wails on it. And he goes gappage right away. Fastball middle. He's got to do damage there. Full extension, doesn't get any lift, but it finds the gap. One hops the wall. Easy double for Pedroia, and the beat goes on for him.
Well, it's a 19-game hitting streak at Fenway, hitting over 500. 41 hits in his last 80 at bats.
That's just unheard of.
Unreal. The Red Sox got 5 runs right away last night. Now Xander hitting right at 300. Bogarts with 18 homers and a breaking ball for a strike. I've never seen Pedroia hotter than this.
No, I've never. We talked about it in the open. This is as good as I've seen him.
0-1 and a high chop to the shortstop. Back to second, Pedroia. Bogarts cannot advance the runner.
The Orioles defense is brought to you by DraftKings, their third American League, with 66 errors and 143 games around the infield. Manny Machado, J.J. Hardy, Jonathan Scope, Chris Davis. Out in the outfield, we have Reimold in left, Adam Jones in center, Drew Stubbs in right. Behind the plate, Matt Wieters catching Dylan Bundy.
And David Ortiz for the first time tonight. After last night, he tied Mickey Mantle for 17th on the all-time home run list with number 536. As a man at second and one down. A called strike on Big Papi.
Pitcher he'd never seen before gets a high fastball. Didn't have a ton of hair on it, but he just got out of the ballpark. I mean, that to me, never seen the guy looking for a split finger, taking deep on a fastball.
Moments later, a curtain call. Bundy with the 0-1. He had a notion, but he stayed away from that one, which was called a ball, and a count 1-1.
Got a ways to go to catch Mike Schmidt. If he does, I think the Red Sox will win the pennant.
Last night, number 33 for David. He's driven in 111 runs. 1-2.
This kid's got pretty good hair early on. A couple of 96s. That ball kind of rose a little bit. This is a ball that he just cannot get to. Let this ball come up and in. No chance. Unhittable.
Pedroia at second. No score in the first inning. Betts on deck. And a ground ball and a fair ball, as Davis will have that and go to the bag for the out. Pedroia down to third, but with 2 down. Betts will step in at 313, 30 homers and 104 runs batted in. Mookie 3 for 5 against Bundy. Did a 2-run double last night in that 5-run first inning. Man 90 feet away, and the first pitch will be in there for a strike.
He's got a pretty good little breaking ball that he can use with that 96. I think he's got a better changeup, but he had the best breaking ball in their system. They voted.
The 0-1. Fouled back, 0-2 now on Mookie. Fans, be sure to stop by Plain Ridge Park Casino. Plain Ridge Park Casino is the official sponsor of winning. You mentioned this, that Bundy did not pitch at all after spring training in 2013 because of a torn ligament in the elbow and Tommy John surgery.
I mean, he was supposed to be Studley Do-Right before that. He was one of the biggest prospects in the world.
And first round pick. There's a 96-mile-an-hour fastball again and flicked foul.
They put all their marbles in Bundy and Gausman. We're going to see Gausman tomorrow night. He's thrown good all year long. He hasn't got run support, but this is the worst part of this Orioles team is their starting rotation. They just have a lot of dead weight. Older pitchers, not that good. Tillman's been out. He's back.
2 down in the 0-2. Hard hit behind third. Backhanded by Machado. Long throw, and he'll get him. So the Red Sox with that double right away by Pedroia, but can't bring him in. Back at it against Trumbo, Davis, Wieters, all home run capable. Trumbo more than any of them this year with 41, along with 99 runs batted in.
They don't see a lot of those left-handed curveballs. You just don't. You don't see that 12-6. You don't see a guy 6'6", 6'7" throwing it either.
Drew's dad, Mike, who led it in baseball for 4 years at Ole Miss himself, pretty good ball player. He was the one who taught him to throw that knuckle curve when Drew was 11 years old. He wanted to take that strain off the elbow right away.
Well, he's got a dandy. He really does. And you see how much he throws it. You just don't see that. And once again, he tries to throw that high fastball out of the zone. He wants something down here. A breaking ball. You see 41 home runs that Trumbo's hit this year. He's only hit $179 off left-handers. I mean, he's hit 10 home runs, but you'd think he would wear them out.
Davis on deck with 37. Trumbo leading the major leagues in home runs. He was 0 for 3 last night. And a base hit into left field. So that's their first base runner as Trumbo is on to start the second inning.
You see enough of those breaking balls, you better get it down, because this ball, he's lucky this is just a base hit by a guy with this kind of power. Ball up like that, nails this ball into the hole. Look at the hole right there, so big.
Davis hitting just .227, but with the 37 big flies and 81 runs batted in. And he hit a home run here last night. They only had 2 hits against Price, and both of those were solo home runs. David Price, an exceptional outing. I know you were raving about it all night long.
Yeah, the thing I was raving about is that changeup. I mean, he had so many swings and misses on that changeup, and he would throw one after another. He would back it up and back it up.
Pomeranz with a 1-0. And he left it up. Price, by the way, is scheduled to pitch the last day of the regular season. October 2nd.
So that works out just perfectly. He would start the first game of the playoffs. That's what you would assume. Got to get there.
2-0 pitch. That missed inside and low. Wieters on deck. Now the Orioles are going to be part of the problem. Although they're 3 games behind right now and in third place with 19 to go. They're about to head home for an extended homestand. 3-0 in there for a strike. Right now they are playing game number 8 on a 9-game 10-day 3-city road trip.
There's a dangerous pitch coming up right here.
3-1 on Davis.
Party time.
Trumbo with a tiny lead at first base, being held by Ramirez. He went for the downs. 3-2.
He knows what's coming. This ball's on the outer half, kept it down. Yeah, that's middle. Just uppercut got him. Beat him with the velocity too. Can he do it again?
Nobody out, a man on, and the 3-2 popped up. That'll twist foul out of play. Red Sox season ticket holders, you can experience the best seats, price, and benefits Fenway has to offer, including potential 2016 postseason opportunities. For tickets, please visit redsox.com/season tickets or call 877 Red Sox 9 today. Bit of a muggy night here in Boston. Red Sox trying to take the second game of the series from Baltimore. The 3-2 from Pomeranz. And he walked him. So 2 men on with nobody out. Wieters coming up against the lefty.
And that fastball will get away with him. You know, the ball up fastball. He tries to do it so much that he gets sort of caught up in throwing it up there. He can't get it down.
Pomeranz has pitched a career high 158 2/3 innings. Yesterday, John Farrell was asked about that, if the Red Sox are considering cutting his innings down the stretch with postseason play looming as a possibility. He said no. Well, not at this point.
They gave him another day, right?
They did.
Buchholz took his spot on Sunday.
John Farrell said we can't even think about postseason play right now. Every game is so important.
Not real good command right now.
Wieters a .243 hitter with 14 home runs. But certainly a double play candidate. And a 1-0. That's a strike.
He's a triple play candidate is what he is.
Trumbo at second, Davis at first. Wieters, like Nomar Garciaparra and Jason Varitek, was an All-American at Georgia Tech.
Boy, he's firing down those signs, man, quick.
Pomeranz working with Hannigan tonight. Another curveball, but that one missed. 2-1.
I'll tell you, when he doesn't get his breaking ball over and he's throwing high fastballs, it's like trouble.
Scoreless here in the second inning. And a 27-year-old from Tennessee takes a sign. The 2-1. Fouled back out of play. A pitch to hit.
Yes, it was. He was late on that pitch. Ball's up a little bit, but that's a pitch that you got to get to. Up out over the plate.
Pomeranz, the guy really slows it down with men on base. J.J. Hardy would be next. And the 2-2 coming. Ground ball deep short. Bogarts scurries over. He'll go to third with the throw, and the force play gets him. That retires Trumbo.
Wow, what a great play. That's a break right there for the Red Sox, because you see Trumbo doesn't run that well. This is the only play that Bogarts has. He makes it easily there to Shaw, but there's no way he was going to throw out Wieters. No way. Not that Wieters could run, but Trumbo can't either. They get a force. It's a beautiful thing.
Here's Hardy, 261 with 8 home runs. He went 0 for 2 last night as the Red Sox trounced the Orioles. Hardy has always had good power throughout his career. He looks at ball 1.
Boy, he holds his hand so low, it's almost like he's got that little hitch in his batting stance and in his swing, but he can get to the fastball.
He's been banged up the last couple of years, but in 2011 he hit 30 home runs. 1 man out and the 1-0. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Very enticing fastball. That's what he likes to do. And then drop that big hammer on you.
Now, in his career, Pomerantz has been really tough on right-handed hitters. He's allowed them a .202 batting average. It's the third lowest among qualified lefties. That's behind Kershaw and Rich Hill. 2-1. A lot of heartbreak over Rich Hill.
Yeah, really.
Taken out after 89 pitches, 7 perfect innings.
Don't you have to take him out, don't you? I mean, you don't have to. No, but
I don't know if you have to.
This day and age, man, the guy's been hurt. You got to get him out of there.
Yeah, they were talking about that blister heating up on him. They want to put him on the disabled list, but it's heartbreaking to see that. So close. First and second to 2-1. A strike. He got the corner, according to Alfonso Marquez.
Well, that was a late strike call right there. Ball inside. I got to have it. Ball just barely hits the corner. Could have called it a ball. Changes the whole count. Could be, instead of 1 and 2. Could have been 3 and 1. That's such a big pitch. A 2-1 pitch that gets called for a strike changes everything.
Drew Stubbs on deck. Davis at second. Wieters at first. No speed out there. Here comes the 2-2. A check swing and a pitch down into the dirt. They appeal and no, says Rackley. So the count runs full. Tried to fool him there with a curveball.
Yeah, he's had trouble with his breaking ball. Hasn't got a feel for his breaking ball at all. We've seen a lot of fastballs. Threw a fastball by him earlier in the count, but that ball was up out of the zone.
So Pomerantz in some early trouble here in the second inning. Here's the 3-2. High fly ball, and this one launched into left. Way back it goes and gone. Hardy strikes for the 9th time this season. That makes it 3-0 Baltimore.
And that's the Orioles in a nutshell right there. He knew he was having trouble getting his breaking ball over. He'd already seen that ball upstairs the first pitch. He swung through it. He didn't swing through this one. This ball's up out of the strike zone. This is a ball. But, you never get to a pitch like that unless you're sitting all over a fastball. And that's a 3-run Johnson that hurts.
That is Oriole baseball. Hardy's 9th home run. And the Red Sox fall behind quickly here tonight. Stubbs, the batter, at .258 with 2 home runs. Home run's been an issue for Pomerantz.
I was just going to say he's had 10 starts. 9 out of the 10 starts, he's given up at least 1 home run. And it's cost him. Last time out against San Diego, Rosales took him deep. 2-run home run, got the loss. And then remember, Iglesias hit a 2-run home run off of him several starts ago when he against Detroit lost the game there.
That's right.
He hasn't given up a lot of runs, but the home runs killed him.
And last start against San Diego, he only lost that game 2-1, but 5 2/3, 2 runs, 6 hits. It was enough.
Can't get his breaking ball over. I mean, he's basically a 2-pitch pitcher. He talks about he's got a cutter. He talks about it. It's like so-so, and you very seldom see a changeup.
2-2. Up and in. He's already walked 1 man. With a 2-pitch pitcher, if one of them is not landing.
Hello. That's why you can get on top of a fastball up out of the zone. Oh,
and
God,
he's walked another man.
Oh, I got to have that one, though.
Stubbs is on. Second free pass issued by Pomerantz in the inning.
Yeah, they don't like that. This is a little breaking ball. I think they're going to call this ball low, but I think it's a strike when it crossed the plate. It's a pitch you got to have.
So now the 9-hitter Reimold will climb into .223 with 5 home runs. Still only 1 away. A single, a walk, a 3-run homer, and another walk. A choppy start for Pomerantz. Remember, Machado launched a wicked line drive in the first inning.
Yeah, that ball was stung.
That was hit right on the button. Tampa Bay, Toronto, they're underway. They're scoreless in the second inning. Dodgers and Yankees are 0-0. They're in the second inning. And Reimold lets it go up high.
Obviously, the Orioles don't run, but if there's a guy that was going to run, it would be Stubbs. He's the fastest guy on their team.
He's 8 for 8.
Was the team with what, 16 stolen bases? That's pathetic, isn't it? I've never seen anything like it. It's got to be a record.
Not much speed at all up and down this Oriole lineup, but a lot of power.
Looks like a changeup, I think he put down.
He's really missing high a lot.
I know, it's just not pretty at all. He keeps shaking his shoulders. I was going to say something earlier. I thought he was shaking his arm a little bit.
And John Farrell already on the horn to the bullpen.
It's not real comfortable out there.
The bullpen getting active here in the second inning. Down 3-0.
There it is.
Came back with a curveball there for a strike. It's Hembree just getting to the hill. Reimold, a real favorite of Buck Showalter, likes to bring him off the bench. Said some big pinch hits. Won several games off the bench for him. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Here's the throw, the tag, and not in time to get him. And Stubbs is now 9 for 9.
Boy, that was so close right down. Petey put down that tag as fast as he could. So a very close play. You see, Hannigan gets a high pitch to throw to. If the throw was on the money, he's out. But that tag, nice tag, but I think he just got in. Boom. Wow, that's close. Throws high. If the throw was down, he's out easy, but that swipe tag. No one's even considering it, but it's bang bang there.
Mm-hmm. So Stubbs in scoring position for Reimold. Still only one away. And another ball.
I mean, this is shocking. The Orioles stole the base. Stop the presses.
As you said, about the only guy who's going to run
is him, and he just came over here. They haven't had him all year. He's had a hard time trying to find a place to stay in the big league. Stubbs.
Pomerantz is having a hard time period right now. 3-ball count. 3-2 on the way.
Oh.
And that one is torched. That one's high, and that one is gone. Reimold with number 6. And that did not take long for the Orioles to take a 5-0 lead. Not far off from what the Red Sox did last night.
No, they just put a hurting on Pomerantz and the Red Sox right there. Kind of a rolling breaking ball. Kind of a 3-2, trying to get the breaking ball over. It's not as good one. It's just sort of a roller, middle. And breaking balls go a long way. See, he looked a little off balance, but the ball was up and he just flipped it out of here.
Right into the bottom of that light standard. Here comes Carl Willis to buy some extra time for Hembree out there. The second home run in the inning for the Orioles. Hardy with a 3-run shot, and Reimold hits a bullet for a 2-run homer.
And this is what the Orioles can do to you. They've been living like this all year long. Right back into your face after last night getting behind 5-0. They drop a 5 spot on you.
Now the walks have hurt him too. Both of the men he's walked in this inning have come across to score. Here's a look at his pitching line, brought to you by Ace Ticket. Ugly. 5 earned in 1 1/3 on 3 hits.
Gave him a couple extra days in between starts. It hasn't worked out for him. They'll be watching him close from here on out anyway. We already talked about the innings and all that.
He's already thrown 34 pitches in this inning. Facing Adam Jones for the second time in the game. He struck him out to begin the contest. And the 0-1, man who really loves to swing the bat. He swings 61% of the time, which is number 1 in the majors.
And he's leading off. It doesn't make any sense. There's no true leadoff hitters anyway in this game anymore. You know, it used to be prototype, got to get on base, little guy.
Yeah, guys would walk a lot.
Right.
And bunt a lot. Get a lot of infield hits.
I mean, if you haven't got an on base of, what, 330, they don't even consider you.
That curveball, which is so necessary for Pomeranz, has not been a friend to him tonight. He can't land it consistently for strikes. Here comes the 1-2 to Jones. And a swing and a miss, and he's the guy who can't figure him out tonight as he strikes out for the second time.
Well, that was ugly by Jones right there. Once again, swinging at a ball up out of the strike zone. Not even a fastball, a little cutter. It's a little cutter, a nothing cutter up out of the zone, and he can't get to it.
So the Red Sox in a 5-0 hole early. Here's Scope for the second time. He has grounded to third. Another home run threat with 23 of them. And the first one waved at and missed. Scope played on the Curacao Little League World Series champions back in 2004. In fact, he was the closer on that team. He got the save in the finale against Thousand Oaks, California.
That saving stuff is easy. This stuff's hard. This hitting stuff. This kid can hit too.
He is a strong second baseman. Here's the 1-1.
Oh.
Launched but foul down the line.
Boy, these guys could launch some balls, can't they?
But
hit the Coke sign up
hit
there.
the Coca-Cola sign.
You can laugh when it's foul, but my goodness.
I think Pomeranz is doing a whole lot of giggling.
No, he's not giggling.
Two down and a 1-2 pitch to Jonathan Scope. He thought about it. Did he check? He did.
Oh, that was close. They love to swing at that high fastball. I mean, it's just right in your eyeballs. They must see it so well.
Pomeranz just trying to get back in that dugout. Spoiled out of play. Scope still alive. Machado on deck. An ugly start for the lefty. And he's already thrown 54 pitches. And another breaking ball in the dirt.
He wasn't going to hang that one, that's for sure. What do you do? Go back to the high fastball? I mean, that's been the extent of it.
We had a brisk first inning.
What do you want now? How are you going to put him away? Fastball. This one's going to be down. Yes.
And he gets him. Finally gets out of it. But he surrenders 5-0 Baltimore. As we go to the last half of the second inning. On the topic of home runs, Hanley Ramirez has been hitting a ton of them. Blasted another one on the Lansdowne Street last night. Went 2 for 3, drove in 3 runs.
Boy, he crushed that ball, that breaking ball last night. We've seen him hit everything out. Fastballs to right center field, breaking balls over everything.
Dylan Bundy delivers, and it's a strike.
Watch this breaking ball. Watch how far it goes. That's a cutter. Cutters go a long ways too. Sometimes I think breaking balls go farther than fastballs. I really do. I don't know what the physics are with all that, but I gave up enough of them to know that they do.
And it was 7-game hitting streak. He's 11 out of his last 28. Travis Shaw next, then Chris Young, who made a run at the cycle last night. Red Sox are going to need a run of hits to get back in this one. Here comes the 1-2. And fouled into the mitt and held by Matt Wieters for the strikeout. So Bundy gets his first K.
Boy, a little giddy up on this fastball. Kind of tails, cuts a little bit. 95 miles an hour. Up away, swings underneath it, but that's got some hair on it. That's why it's by him.
One gone for Travis Shaw. 250, 16 home runs. He's in a little 0 for 8 skid at the moment. Red Sox began the game with promise on another Dustin Pedroia hit, a double into the alley in left center, but he was left stranded out there. Jumps back and it's 1-1.
Bundy with real good velocity tonight. I don't know how long it'll last.
He did not last long in his last start against Tampa Bay. 3 2/3, 7 hits, 5 runs. There's a line shot and a fair ball down the line. Rolling up against the side wall, and he's going to trot into second base with a double. Second Red Sox double against Bundy.
Bundy trying to get cute here with a little changeup right into Travis's swing. A little split finger. Ball just stays right there. Beautiful. Ended the bat maybe a little bit, but nicely done. Good stroke by Travis. Easy double down the line there.
That comes with 1 down, brings up Chris Young. His average has been soaring up to 290. 9 home runs now after going 4 for 4 with 2 doubles and a home run last night. He doubled his last at bat, that second 2-base hit, so he was the triple shy of the cycle, but his teammates were urging him, even with a runner at third base, to take a chance and get 3 bases. Knocked out in front of the plate by Wieters. No advance by Shaw.
You know, he's pretty locked in. You could tell by the way the guys take pitches. Hit a fastball down and in last time up. Double for the 4th hit. 94-mile-an-hour fastball down, and he went to work on it. He's seeing the ball.
One on one on the 2-0 and off the plate. So 3-0 on Young. He's had 1 at bat against Bundy in his career. He does have a hit off him. Bradley on deck. And a right-hander out of Tulsa, Oklahoma delivers, and he missed for ball 4. So the Red Sox will have runners at first and second for Jackie Bradley.
He tried to aim that fastball for just try to get it over, pulls it a little bit, and he's in trouble.
Jackie last night drove in a run and going 0 for 3. And he's been targeting the Orioles lately with 3 home runs his last 7 games against them. So it's not always just Mookie Betts against Baltimore. There's a lot of guys last night as he looks at a strike.
Well, I am shocked that he didn't swing at that pitch. I mean, because he's been leaving Earth a lot. He's going to hit a ball out in Toronto the other way. I mean, he's been swinging it. He doesn't really care if he punches out or not.
He has a home run against Bundy in his career. 1-1. And a rookie with a 1-1 offering. And a breaking ball drops across for strike. Got the curveball to land.
Not a pitch you want to swing at anyway. That's a pitcher's pitch out there.
Bundy faced the Red Sox 3 times in relief this season before he got a start against them on August 17th, and Red Sox knocked him around. They beat him 8-1. Pop foul out of play. He was only on the hill for 4 1/3, gave up 9 hits and 5 earned runs. So they liked him on that day. So far 2 doubles and a walk tonight.
Kind of a stocky kid, about 6'1", 200 pounds.
And he brings home a 1-2 to Jackie Bradley, and a line drive base hit to center. Jones charging that shot to third. It was hit very hard, and the bases are loaded for the Red Sox. Jackie Bradley tags a single.
Does exactly what you want to do with a fastball right down Broadway, right back at you. Ball's hit too hard out there. Adam Jones, no sense trying to score on that. Bases loaded, 1 out.
It's a nice opportunity for the 9-man Hannigan, scuffling along at 170 with 1 home run.
This Red Sox lineup, they just keep coming at you. It's a big at bat here for Hannigan. He hasn't been able to contribute that much, not getting that many opportunities.
First one to him is downstairs for ball 1. Now with the bases loaded this season, he is 3 for 8. And he's driven in 6, and you see in his career this has been a really good spot for Hannigan.
Beautiful.
All loaded up. Shaw, Young, and Bradley with 1 down. Attempted to check, and he did. And it's 2-0. Red Sox are down 5-0.
Well, Bundy, the pressure's on Bundy. I mean, they always say the pressure's on the pitcher, especially when it's 2-0. Hello. Got to get something that you can handle, something you want to drive.
Bundy's 2-0 pitch.
Oh,
overpowered him there at 95.
Boy, he brought it right there. Like, let's go, let's party, and he beat him, boy. Boom. Got to shorten that swing up a little bit.
1 away. They lead all the way around, and here's the 2-1. Got a piece of that. 2-2.
Boy, he went after him again. Feeling pretty good about his hair right now.
And you would expect to see another one.
You would think.
Bundy with a 2-2 coming. He did go with the heater, but he missed, and that fills up the count.
Here you go. Let's play. Here it is. Nothing tricky right here.
Shaw, Young, and Bradley leading away in the 3-2.
Oh,
and he walked him. It just missed. And here comes a run. Ball 4, and Shaw will score. Hannigan will pick up his 14th RBI. Showalter can't believe it missed.
Where was that? And this ball's on the low side of the strike zone. That's a strike a lot. Man.
I think that's a strike most of the time.
Yes, it is. It's a gift for the Red Sox.
So the Sox on the board, 5-1. They're reloaded for Pedroia. Nobody hotter right now in the majors than Dustin Pedroia. And now Wieters wants to walk it out. Pedroia doubling into the alley in left center in the first inning.
I can't believe there's no reaction by Bundy. I give him credit. I would have been stomping around the joint a little bit. Didn't want to show anybody up, but I couldn't help myself. Bases loaded. Ball down, knee high.
Pedroia 4 for 7 off Bundy in his career. Sox with an opportunity to climb right back in it very quickly.
Back-to-back changeups, 2 ugly ones. He's afraid of Pedroia throwing him the fastball. Now what are you going to do? Can't get cute with a breaking ball in the dirt. I mean, you got to go after him.
Bundy's 2-0 pitch. That's ball 3. Missed badly on that one.
Yeah, this is not pretty. We give you a 5-run lead and you're out there walking guys with the bases loaded. I mean, he's feeling the pressure right now big time. Doesn't get any worse than this.
Young, Bradley, Hannigan filling him up the 3-0. He missed again and he's walked in another run. Here comes Chris Young and that'll make it 5-2.
That is horrible. That's the worst thing a pitcher can do. You get a 5-run lead and you're walking the house. You see the sequence here to Pedroia. Pretty simple. He didn't want to throw him a fastball, threw him a changeup up and in. Gets a talking to, throws the same pitch up and in, changeup, and then he goes to work with the fastball, scared to throw it down the middle. Ball 3, another one scared to throw it down the middle, kind of aimed it. Man, I don't want to be a pitching coach. Giving the Red Sox 2 gifts right there, giving them right back into this game.
And Bundy's walked 3 men here in the second inning. They're loaded for Bogarts as Pedroia just picked up his 66th RBI. Bogarts 0 for 1. He has grounded out to the shortstop. There is one away. In for strike 1.
You see what he could be like if he's got command of that fastball. He could be tough.
Xander, as of late, has been hard on the Orioles. He's hitting .329 his last 20 games against them. This crowd has come to life.
Ooh.
Swung on and tipped to the mid.
That is an excellent changeup right there. That 95 followed by an 87-mile-an-hour little split finger going down and in. Swings over to the top of it. Way out front. Now he doesn't know what he's going to do. 0-2.
They get Tommy Hunter moving around in their bullpen. Here comes the 0-2. High chop foul. Ortiz waiting to hit in the inning. Bases are loaded. 2 runs in.
Back-to-back changeups. Bogey's bearing down right here, trying to protect.
Jackie Bradley at third. Ryan Hannigan at second. Dustin Pedroia at first. Bundy really scuffling and foul away.
I'll tell you, I think they're just going with first sign, because if it happens, he already goes into his delivery and the guy hasn't even done putting down all the signs, so you know that it's the first sign.
Bogarts sitting at 84 RBIs. Red Sox could press for another man to join the 100 RBI club after Hanley Ramirez gets there. The 0-2. That one ripped down the line, but foul.
Boy. God, he got away with a little rolling breaking ball.
And a curveball that hung up. 292 of the bases loaded for Bogarts in his career. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Xander.
Man.
He got him, tied him up, and struck him out.
That's a big league pitch right there. You gotta protect for that 95-mile-an-hour fastball. He's seen this split before, but I'll tell you what, it's hard when you're geared up for that gas and he throws that.
But now David Ortiz 0 for 1. He has grounded to first. He has homered 6 times against Baltimore this season.
We got Scope in right field.
To the first baseman, down for it Davis, and Bundy gets out of the inning with any more damage, but the Red Sox do get 2 and leave them loaded.
Celebration, Gary. We have 268 people here with us tonight. We've got 99 children from the Boys and Girls Clubs from all over New England. We have 100 lucky guests up there in the Green Monster seats tonight. And very special, we have our 38 top performing general managers who raised funds for these charities, and they've really made a difference in people's lives, and we're so happy to have them here and celebrate their success. We're proud to say that we presented 3 checks for $1.3 million to these 3 organizations, so thank you to everybody that supported us.
All right, Gary, thank you very much. Machado leading off here in the 3rd inning. It is 5-2 Baltimore. Red Sox missing with an opportunity to do more damage. Left the bases loaded, but did get a couple of bases loaded walks.
Feels like we'd let them off the hook.
Machado has lined to center. He is 0 for 1 tonight. And the 2-1 popped up. Foul territory. Ramirez giving chase to the tarp. And lunges for it, but can't get it. So Machado still alive. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Looked like he had a beat on this ball. Tarp's in the way. Ball's in play. He reaches for it. Just didn't get to the right spot. Ball should have been caught.
So new life for a home run hitter who has 35.
Oh,
a little bit high, 3-2. Did not get that call. The curveball could have been a called strike.
Could have been. It's not a good curveball, but he could have called it a strike. I mean, he's not trying to throw it there, believe me. It's an ugly curveball, but it caught the corner.
Payout pitch, and that one high and deep and foul. Another one taking aim at that Coca-Cola sign over the top of it this time.
These guys can leave, man. When they leave, they just, wow. The sloppy breaking ball, they're going to lose it.
Embry's still working in the bullpen. Here comes a 3-2. Line drive and a base hit into left, and that gets to Young on 1 hop. Second time Machado has hit it on the screws, and Farrell has seen enough.
I saw enough.
You're not alone. Pomerantz giving up 5 runs in the 2nd inning and a leadoff single to Machado here in the 3rd, and that's it. So Hembree
can't say too much about that outing. It happens. They got him out there, got him out of there soon enough. Hopefully.
Brought to you by McDonald's. I'm loving it, and a right-hander. He tossed the 4th inning of Sunday's win against Toronto. Struck out the first 2 batters he faced. And he gave a 2-run homer to Encarnacion after that. Machado on at first base, nobody out. And Trumbo, the hitter, he singled his first time up. Up the middle for Bogarts. Shovels to Pedroia, 1 under first, and a double play. So the Red Sox turn 2.
Well, I say Bogey, he gets on his hands and knees to knock that thing down. He wants to make sure he gets it. He knows he's got a slow runner there. You see this? Look at him go down. Make it easy. Make sure he gets it. Very deliberate throw to Pedroia, and they get him because Trumbo just can't run.
Now the overshift for Davis, who walked and scored in the 2nd inning. He was on board when Hardy ripped his 3-run homer. Then Stubbs walked, and Reimold belted a 2-run homer. Sox were down 5-0. They got a couple back. Pomerantz allowed a leadoff single of Machado here in the 3rd inning, and he was gone.
Hembree gets a great big double play ball. He normally comes out there with pretty good fastball, 95 plus. Has trouble with left-handed hitters.
Chris Davis, since the start of 2012, is at 196 home runs. That's the most in the majors. Pedroia in that shift is the man in the shotgun in right. And pop foul back out of play.
Boy, you just don't want to hit this guy's bat. In this ballpark, he can leave either way. Try to get that fastball up, right up out of the strike zone. He uppercuts everything.
Game 3 tomorrow night, 7:10. Rick Porcello goes after his 21st win Rick 20-3, 3.21 ERA up against the right-hander Kevin Gossman, who is 7-10. And then the Yankees come in for 4 games. Yankees 5 games out. They're playing the Dodgers tonight, scoreless in the 3rd inning in the Bronx. 2-2. Fouled away. So looking at an upcoming schedule, the Yankees series and the Red Sox are on the road again.
Man, they've been on the road.
It's a long trip coming up. Baltimore, Tampa Bay, a day off, and then Yankee Stadium for the last time.
You got to take care of the Yankees. We're here tonight, but you'd think you want to take 3 out of 4 from the Yankees. They got to fall out of that tree they're in right now.
The 2-2 tied him up. Down he goes, strike 3.
But they haven't got enough time for that.
Mookie Betts leading off the last half of the 3rd inning. Red Sox are down 5-2. Mookie 0 for 1. He has tapped to third base. Lunging, he pops it up foul territory. Charging on it, Davis. The catcher Wieters as well, and Davis makes the play over near the screen in front of the box seats.
Man, almost overran that ball.
A rare quiet out there against the Orioles for him.
Looked like an easy out, and then all of a sudden he has to reach back for it.
So 1 man gone, and Hanley Ramirez next. Prior to tonight's game, the Red Sox reinstated Andrew Benintendi from the 15-day disabled list. He is available, and soon to get back in that starting rotation in left field.
You don't really know the strike zone tonight.
Alfonso Marquez has home plate.
It's floating around. Mr. Marquez has got it floating.
And he struck out first time up, 0 for 1. DraftKings is the official one-day fantasy baseball partner of the Red Sox. Experience the thrill of playing on DraftKings right now. You can play free daily using the promo code NESSON at DraftKings.com. Bases are empty with 1 down, and that one hammered to short. The backhand stab by Hardy to get him. So 2 away. When you had an umpire like that in your starting days, let's say, did you have a lot of conversation throughout the night about his strike zone if you knew he was missing?
Well, you got to be careful always, how you go about doing it, but you got to do it right away. You can't wait too long, right? Most of the guys will say something, as they walk off in between innings. They'll say something because they don't want to do it you can't do it right in the middle of everybody watching. I had a hard time with it. I really did. I had a hard time controlling issues,
meaning your temper.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would look, if I thought it was a strike, I might just lean to the right, like, where's that? I'm not showing them up, right? I just sort of leaned, and they don't like that. It's not like I went, threw my hands up.
Best I ever saw at it was Maddox, Greg Maddox, in between innings. He talked to the umpires a lot.
Right.
Constantly asking about where was that second pitch to Jones, floated toward right center field. That's going to drop down for a base hit. Travis Shaw with his second hit tonight. That single goes with the double he had in the 2nd inning.
Here comes Travis Shaw again. Pulled a double the first time up on an off-speed pitch and found some grass out there in right center field. So here he comes.
He's on with 2 down for Chris Young. Young took ball 4 in the 2nd inning, hitting .290 with the 9 home runs. And he has been cooking since he came off the disabled list. Who's been driving the ball? Presented by Toyo Tires. 5-game hitting streak. He's hitting .536 or .563 during that with 3 home runs. Toyo Tires, the official tire of the Boston Red Sox.
You know, he went down there and did a little rehab stint. You know, he needed to do that. I know a lot of guys just don't want to do that, especially veterans that have been around a long, long time. But for what he had hurt, his hammy, right?
Yes.
I mean, he had to make sure everything was 100%. But you see the way he's taking pitches. He just looks like he's just locked in.
Well, since he came off the disabled list on August 22nd, he's hitting .333. 3 home runs in his last 5 games. Sox could use another, down 5-2. And he thought about it right there on the 93-mile-an-hour fastball that he swung and missed. Two down and Shaw at first base. It's a game that will not set any speed records. Only in the last half of the third. And Bundy with a 1-2. Popped him up. Sky high off third base. Machado has room to Eckersley, Dave O'Brien, Gary Streisky with it. Middle game of the series. Drew Pomeranz already knocked out after 2 innings, giving up 5 runs. So the Red Sox have been in a hole, trying to dig their way out. Wieters, the switch hitting catcher, takes a ball. Reached on a fielder's choice in the second inning and scored a run. Now in his 8th year with the Orioles, maybe the last.
I would think so.
Free agent at the end of the year. The 1-0. That's a ball. He was a first-round draft pick back in 2007.
All of a sudden they move. It's a shift right now, and I've seen him lay down a bunt.
Hardy on deck, and then Stubbs. Hardy has already homered in this one. And Hembry's 2-0. Tampa Bay has jumped out in front of Toronto, 5th inning, 3-0.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't want to say anything.
Why didn't you want to say anything?
I don't know. I just was going to wait till you said something. I knew you would.
You knew I would.
I knew you would.
2-1, a high fly, but into short right field. Pedroia's already out there giving chase. He's pursuing. Oh, Jackie Bradley made the play on the seat of his pants. Some miscommunication out there.
Whoa.
Jackie Bradley saved it.
Saved Pedroia right there. There's a lot of wind out there. You saw how Davis tried to catch that foul ball last inning, and see where this ball goes. It's just, he has him running all over the place, Pedroia, and then he pulls up right at the last minute. Leaves him high and dry, but Jackie's there to make the play. Whoa.
Heck of a play.
Yeah. Everybody thought Pedroia was going to get it. He was way out of the way. He pulls up and Jackie makes the play.
You're right, fly to center in your book, but there was a lot more going on than that.
There's a little wind up there.
There is. And it was gusting at the time. And Jackie Bradley saves it. 1 man away. Hardy now. He ripped a 3-run homer in the second inning against Pomeranz.
Boy, he's so far off the plate. He can't reach that outside corner. But boy, he got to that high fastball off Pomeranz, though.
And since 2011, he ranks 2nd among all major league shortstops with 103 homers.
Look how far away he is.
Just missed.
Boy, was he looking for a fastball in this at bat, though. Boom.
And that was gone instantaneously.
Yeah, why watch it? It might as well be a bomb.
1 man out, the 1-2 to Hardy. 2-2.
I used to hate the home runs that just barely went over the fence, and it made me watch it the whole way, hoping, and then it just got out.
So it hurt you twice.
Yes, just hit it out. Just smoke it.
Just smoke it. Let me get back to work. Give me another baseball.
Just give me another ball.
2-2, and that just misses.
He wanted it. He turned his back on the umpire. Watch this little slider. Might have been down and away, but you know, you think you make a pitch like that, and then and he turns his back. Think he showed him up? I don't know. Can't take it personal.
Count 3-2 on Hardy. Stubbs next, and he walks him. He doubled up on the slider and he missed with it. So a man on with a man out. Watch the drive to the pennant with MLB.TV Premium. You can watch every out-of-market game live on HD and over 400 supported devices. Blackout and restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. Stubbs with a walk, a stolen base, and then he came home easily on the home run by Reimold a few minutes after that. As they struck for 5 runs in the second inning to chase the Red Sox starter.
And he gives him that slider down. I mean, it's a floating zone. Not to get on umpires. Not something I like to do.
And Hannigan wants to go out for a mound visit. 5-2 Baltimore here in the top of the fourth.
Sort of nice when you don't have to worry about a running game. J.J. Hardy can't run a lick over there at first base.
Stubbs, the batter here, does have a stolen base tonight.
This guy was supposed to be a good player. Remember, he came up with Cincinnati. Wasn't he supposed to be a coming star? I think it was with Cincinnati.
Yes.
It's been a while.
Now role player for this club. 1 man away. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. By the way, today Yoan Moncada was named Baseball America's Minor League Player of the Year. He's the first player ever to earn that honor as a member of the Red Sox organization.
That ought to make him feel better, huh?
As well as the first Cuban native to win the award in its 36-year history.
Should be proud of it.
0-2 coming.
Oh, see what I mean?
That's a ball. But again, so close.
Man, it could go either way. I want this. That's like low paint. Yes.
That's
like,
a pretty good pitch.
That's dottage, man. It's perfect. See? Somebody start barking. Let's go.
Hardy on after the walk. And cut on and missed. He gets him with a 94-mile-an-hour Swiftie. He strikes out Stubbs, and they're 2 away.
Stubbs had no chance. I tell you, a lot of sliders. Then he throws this gas right by him.
Lexus is making a pledge to strikeout hunger. For every strikeout by a Sox pitcher, Lexus donates $50 to the Greater Boston Food Bank. Reimold in now. He cracked a 2-run homer his first time up. His 6th home run of the year. Mentioned he's had some big pinch hits. He hit a pinch hit walk-off home run against Cleveland in July.
It was that rolling breaking ball he hit off Pomerantz. Breaking ball gave him trouble all day. He just couldn't get it over. The one he did get over was very hittable.
It was a short day. It was 2 innings for Pomerantz, and that's going to miss.
Man,
another one close.
Where do you want me to throw it? Right down the middle? That's what you're trying to throw paint. That's how you're supposed to pitch. Pitchers throw paint. Let's see a view right here. Maybe just off the edge a little bit.
That one he probably got right.
Yeah. Man, he's wearing that little spot out.
2-1. The 2 men that Pomerantz walked in the second inning both came in to score. As a guy behind him hit home runs, including Reimold. 2-1 coming. Flared foul.
This fastball's been getting on these guys. It's only 93, but they have kind of late swings on them.
Adam Jones on deck. He struck out twice against Pomerantz. Embry taking his time. Runner at first, 2 down in the 2-2. And he's filled up the count.
Well, he just tried to blow him away right there. Came out of his shoes. And dotting that outside corner.
So to count 3-2, the runner at first base will be off to the races. J.J. Hardy. There he goes. And there's a line drive base hit. That skips into left field for a single. And Reimold is 2 for 2. Hardy into second.
Pretty nice at bat by Reimold right there. Working the count. He gets himself a slider for a strike. That's what he got. Couldn't throw that dot slider on the outside corner because you're not going to call it, but it's a good piece of hitting by Reimold.
Here comes Jones again. 2 strikeouts and Hannigan out to the mound.
You got to be careful here with Jones. My man loves to hack. You got to be careful with that first pitch.
He's had a very solid season with 27 homers, 80 runs batted in. He had a super June. He hit 11 home runs in the month of June.
Started off terrible. Remember the first month and a half or two? He was awful.
Really caught fire in June. His best season was 2013 when he hit 33. He has runners at first and second and 2 away. Loops that one foul out of play for strike 1. And the Red Sox with an easy win last night with all those runs and Price on the mound. Certainly felt that way. Victory at home. Sox began the season only 5-7 at Fenway, but they've gone 37-23 at home since then. Over that span of games, the 6th best home record in the majors. But trailing here tonight 5-2. High fly ball into left center field. Bradley to move on over. Jackie onto the warning track to make the catch. And 2 men will be stranded. 5-2 Baltimore. Bottom half of the 4th inning. Red Sox down by 3 to Dylan Bundy, the rookie right-hander. Facing Bradley, Hannigan, and Pedroia. Baltimore with 5 hits. Red Sox with 4. Jackie with a sharp single up the middle his first time up. Activity in the Boston pen. That's Joe Kelly getting going. And John Farrell will have to piece it together out of that bullpen and try and keep it close.
Just like they had to last night. They used several guys out of the bullpen. This time of the year, you see 8 relievers some of these games.
Bundy just went back-to-back changeups.
How about that?
And how about that? 3 in a row to strike him out. Down goes Jackie Bradley. Time for a game break. Brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store, the Boston Red Sox. And here's Tom Caron. TC, thanks. Got touch first.
Alexi Ramirez, but San Diego just dumped him, right? Finds his way to Tampa, of all places.
And a shot. 1 man out. Hannigan the batter. He walked with the bases loaded in the second. Looked like the Red Sox were going to maybe explode offensively, but they only got 2 and they left the bases loaded. Fouled at the plate.
You saw that Bundy's just not a fastball pitcher. How he pitched to Jackie Bradley. Threw a couple breaking balls away. He never threw him a fastball.
Now Bundy was a much talked about hard throwing Oklahoma high school star. He was hitting 92 miles an hour as a junior, and he had committed to the University of Texas before the Orioles made him a first-round pick in 2011.
Out of high school, right?
Out of high school. He had just been named Baseball America's High School Player of the Year, and he received a $4 million signing bonus.
Boy, they couldn't wait for him, and then he hurt his arm. They thought he was going to be Studley Do-Right, is what they thought.
2 strikes on Hannigan. The injuries got him. You mentioned Tommy John. Last year was a shoulder. This is just his 12th major league start. They're still hoping that he will become a star at the big league level. 0-2. Dustin Pedroia on deck.
I kind of like his delivery. Yeah, I could never look at a pitcher and watch him throw and say, you know, that guy looks like Tommy John right around the corner. I mean, really, can you really detect if somebody is going to? I saw Strasburg throw, and I thought, boy, he looks so clean.
Pop down the line, giving chase Stubbs. He won't get to it. Foul ball into the stands. You know the guy that I think a lot of us, unfortunately, were thinking that about?
Who?
Carson Smith.
Yeah, well, he looked like it, right? That's one guy that did look like it.
Yep.
And it's almost like they knew, right? I mean, you'd got to wonder.
There's a big gap in that bullpen.
Yes. We got over it, but we're still talking about it every so often.
Otherwise, it's a crapshoot, right? When you're talking about Tommy John.
True.
I mean, the guy behind the plate tonight for the Orioles, Wieters, the catcher, had to have Tommy John.
That sort of put him back a couple of years.
0-2 again.
Wieters, they gave him that qualifying offer, right? That's why he took it.
Yep.
Can't blame him for taking it. I don't think there was that kind of money out there waiting for him.
They wonder about next year, though. Does he return to Baltimore? Do they have another offer for him, or do they look elsewhere for catching?
You got to wonder. Where's that? Yes.
That is in there for strike 3, right at the knee. Hannigan saying, where has that been all night?
Yeah, you're right. And it's the delayed strike call, too. It's like, how you're going to think about this thing for a while before you call it? I mean, he dots the outside corner. I think it's a great pitch. But you got to bang me quick. Don't be taking your time.
So back-to-back strikeouts for Bradley and Hannigan. Brings up Dustin Pedroia, who has doubled. He's also walked with the bases loaded to pick up an RBI.
That's a good pitch right there. That changeup just disappeared on the corner.
He's liking his change now.
Yes, he is. He threw a couple good ones at Jackie.
The 0-1. Stubbs is a real fitness nut. Very strict diet. No pizza, no burgers. He and his brother Bobby, who was also drafted by Baltimore, he's a pitcher as well. They posted a YouTube video several years ago of their routine they used to strengthen the rotator cuff, which went viral. Everybody wanted to see that who pitched for a living.
I would have done any gadget back in the day. They didn't have it.
He swears by the punching bag. He works the bag a couple times a week. Tried to hold up, and he did. No swing, says Rackley.
Boy, Pedroia, just a tough out. He will not offer at that stuff.
He has a count his way, 3-1. Red Sox behind here, 5-2 in the 4th. Foul away.
Another changeup right down the middle. Speaking of changeups, with Price last night, the one that he had, he'd throw it 3-4 times in a row too. I mean, he's proud of it too. He should be.
He had a great one going. Didn't even throw 100 pitches, 99 pitches.
76 strikes.
Rolls that one to the shortstop. Hardy will fire and scooped up by Davis at first base, and that's it for the Red Sox. They go 1-2-3. In the 5th inning, a 5-2 Baltimore advantage. And Kelly coming out of the bullpen. Joe becomes the third Red Sox pitcher, getting Scope, Machado, and Trumbo.
Here comes Kelly. Here comes this gas.
Scope has grounded out and struck out. Trying to hold up at a strike anyway at 99.
Boy, he features 99 regular too, especially only having to go 1 inning, man. He just airs it out.
Well, you put it on the black like that.
Yeah.
And he's done that against Scope in the past. Scope's just 2 for 13 off him with 5 Ks.
It's kind of hard to paint with that kind of hair too. It really is. You throw that hard, it's hard to dot the corner.
I never paint with hair.
I don't paint. Yeah.
Just a rule of thumb. I think, and that's one to live by.
Yeah, I got
never
it. That sounds
paint
good.
with hair.
No.
And a 2-1 toward the hole and a base hit. So Scope goes the other way for a single. He's 1 for 3.
And that's pretty much all you could do with a 100-mile-an-hour fastball is fight it off and hit it the other way. Don't try to yank, just make contact. Look at the hole.
So the leadoff man is on here in the 5th in front of Machado, who has a single, and he's also hit a wicket line drive that was caught. Just turned 24 in July. Already building a terrific career. 35 homers last year, 35 home runs this year. He's already hit 3 grand slams this season.
And I tell you, I'd start my club with this is the guy I would want. I don't know when he's a free agent, but he's got to play a couple more years. They'd probably love to tie this kid up, but I don't think he's going to.
Well, he plays half his games in a great hitter's park, something he has to consider. That one is foul back.
Hello.
Got it.
We weren't going to catch it.
Get out of the way.
I mean, wait a minute. I was busy chirping over here. Look at me.
Our intern Bobby got it.
Yeah, good for Bobby. Thank God it wasn't on us. Whew. I had a little heartbeat there.
His actual name is Louie. Louie, well done. Nice job, buddy.
Do it, Louie. That guy, I can't stop chirping when balls are come flying back here.
Yeah, that had some pace on it, Eck.
It did.
Fastball at 100 miles an hour and a count. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Machado.
You think that had something to do with it? A little foul tip, 100-mile-an-hour cheese?
I think so.
Oof.
Runner at first base and nobody out. 5-2 Baltimore.
Here it comes.
Trying to hold up, but he did not. That's a swing and a miss, and down he goes, strike 3.
Well, you can't hold up when you're just geared up for 100. Ball never got there. Curveball in the dirt. It's like, goodness, what are you swinging at? Well, he's swinging at 100, and you got a curveball. Could not hold up.
So 1 man away. Trumbo next. He has singled and hit into a double play, which went 6-4-3 in the 3rd inning. Trumbo with 41 home runs. He had 28 at the All-Star break. High fly to right. Pretty well hit, but Betts is backing up with room. And there are 2 down. A Frozen Fenway returns to Boston in January of 2017. Fans can enjoy 2 exciting outdoor Hockey East doubleheaders on January 7th and 14th. Tickets are on sale right now. Visit redsox.com/Frozen Fenway for more information. Here's Davis now. He has walked and struck out. Red Sox trailing by 3 in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Red Sox will have Bogarts, Ortiz, and Betts due up against Dylan Bundy.
Well, you're going to see a lot of high fastballs here. There's no way he can catch up to a fastball belt high. Only ball he can get to is something down.
Scope aboard at first base with 2 gone. And the first one to Davis. And you're right about the high heat, but he missed with it.
Tell you, Kimbrel threw him a pitch opening day. Remember the 3-run Johnson he hit off at Kimbrel was like 97 low, and he hit it over the center field fence. Remember, way back.
Yeah, he drove in 5 runs in that game. The 1-0. I mentioned earlier, this is game number 8 for the Orioles on their road trip. In the first 7 games, Davis has 7 RBIs. He's done a little damage. He strikes out a ton. And that'll be a ball, according to home plate ump Marquez.
Yeah, that's the problem. You just hoping he swings at it because they're all balls.
This was not a bad pitch.
No, the ball's up and in. Looks better. It looks like it's a strike to me. The way he caught it, that ball looked like a stone ball, didn't it? It comes up as a strike.
Our pitch tracks.
Yeah, what is that?
Three and one. Tampa Bay still leading Toronto there in the 6th inning, 3-0. Yankees Dodgers, no score in the 5th. Yankees have to face Kershaw tomorrow in the Bronx, although he was not very effective his first start coming off the disabled list from that back problem, and that's going to miss for ball 4. So Davis walks for the 2nd time, sending Scope down to second base. And some trouble brewing now for Kelly with 2 away. Wieters will be next. Well, tonight, after Red Sox coverage on NESN Sports Today, we preview the Pats Week 2 matchup against the Dolphins, plus an update on the American League playoff races. NESN Sports Today, presented by People's United Bank.
Got Kelly out there throwing bullets. They're playing Wieters to pull.
Wieters has gone 0 for 2, although he did reach in the 2nd inning and scored a run, and takes a ball.
And you're throwing them away. I don't know what I would do in this day and age with all these shifts. Or you're just supposed to throw the pitch just throw the pitch that you want to throw. Don't worry about what the shift is. You know, you don't want to throw a pitch he can pull. What, pull out of the ballpark?
Well, he's capable. He's hit 14. The 1-0. Off the outside to make it 2-0. He tried a curveball. So Kelly falling behind. No activity in either bullpen.
See if we could give him something to hit right here. See how proud of the hair you are.
Scope and Davis get their leads and the 2-0. He popped him up on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Bogarts doing the breaststroke, and he'll make the play. 2 men left. 5-2 Baltimore. And Shaw, they limited the damage and left the bases loaded in the 2nd inning despite walking in a pair of runs. Xander Bogarts 0 for 2. He has grounded to the shortstop and struck out. So 84 RBIs for Bogarts. He could press for 100 RBIs as he pops a foul. Red Sox soon should have 3 men driving in 100 runs when Hanley Ramirez gets there. Hanley with 97.
Yeah, that's hard to do, to get 3. They're on a pace to score close to what, to 850 runs, something like that. It's back in the days when they used to score 900.
There's a drive high and deep, headed for the monster seats, and in the monster seats, a blast for Bogarts. Number 19, and the Red Sox get a little closer. That'll make it 5-3.
You keep throwing him changeups, he's going to figure it out. He punched him out on the changeup last time, and look where he deposited this changeup this time. He can display some power. Just boom. Little split finger changeup right down Broadway. He just lifts this ball. It's gone.
His 19th, give him 85 RBIs. Speedway proud to be New England's first choice for value and convenience. For every Red Sox homer, Speedway donates to Boston Children's Hospital. Stop by a Speedway near you, pick up your free Speedy Rewards card, and start earning points today. Ortiz 0 for 2, twice he is grounded to first. Last night tying Mickey Mantle. Now trying to go right past him, and it's fouled back on a massive cut.
Well, he's trying to get cranked up on that fastball. Almost killed Wieters.
Cold hard facts brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. 20 years ago today, the Seattle Mariners sent David Ortiz to the Twins as part of a trade. 2 weeks earlier, the Mariners traded a player to be named later for Hollins, so David was the player to be named later. Two balls, one strike. And Bundy deals. Ripped into right field. To the warning track. That'll be picked up by Stubbs. Now bounces away from him. And Ortiz takes off for second base. He was going to be content with a single, but Stubbs mishandled it. So this should be a single and an error.
Yeah, it should be. I mean, he was not going to go to second base. Stubbs thinks he's going to play it off the wall. First of all, fastball in. Well, you can't throw him a fastball right there. That's in his wheelhouse. It's a bullet down the line. It goes all the way down the fence line there. And you see Stubbs is in position to take a carom off the wall. He gets on one knee and it gets past him. And then David decides to go to second base. I wonder how they'll rule this.
They have scored it a single and an E9.
Right.
Which is the proper call. The Sox in business here. A run in, a man at second, nobody out, and Betts 0 for 2. The Orioles should be very concerned. He's been quiet so far tonight against them, because he never is for very long. Got onto that one and he popped it up. Hardy out, Reimold in, and Reimold the left fielder to make the play.
My goodness, fastball right there.
Yeah, he got one to hit.
Yeah, Mookie's got to be shaking his head on that one. This looked like a pitch he can hit. Once again, fastball right there.
Now, all through the season series against the Orioles, when he's gotten that pitch,
yes,
he's hit it out of the ballpark.
See ya.
Tonight he's 0 for 3. And now Hanley Ramirez.
Bundy's throwing cookies. What's going on?
The Red Sox did not advance him. Did not advance Ortiz 90 feet. Ramirez with a strikeout and a ground out, and fouled back right under us. Taking aim at us tonight.
Yes, they are. I'm relaxing up here. I don't need this.
You are?
I was.
You were an hour ago, before a couple of these bullets back here.
The other one was hotter than that, though.
Yes. The one by Machado. Not for Louis. Not for our intern. He handled that gracefully.
He didn't catch that clean, did he?
No, he picked it up off the floor.
Of course.
It was gracefully done. Ortiz at second with one down. High pop up again. This one on the infield. And Scope, the second baseman, to put that away. So 2 down. Dylan Bundy's pitching line now brought to you by your Eastern Lexus dealers. 4 2/3, 6 hits, 3 earned. Again, he walked 2 men with the bases loaded in the second inning.
Very shaky, you know, in and out. This inning here, he's thrown a lot of pitches that he didn't get back. You know, one of them, but could have been worse. You got Ortiz at second. To me, there could have been more damage already. He's hoping to get out of this thing. He's just trying to get through 5 innings is what he's trying to do.
Travis Shaw with a double and a single. Appears to get a pretty good look at Bundy.
Oh.
Drives that one to center, but Jones is going to be there. Coming in a bit now, and he makes the play. to retire the side. The Bogarts home run, the only run. The Sox get in the inning. As the Sox inch a little bit closer, Hardy in the box here against Kelly. The hits are even at 6. And Hardy with a 3-run homer back in the second inning on Pomeranz, who also allowed a 2-run homer in that same inning. That was his undoing. Hardy has since taken ball 4. He'll be followed by Stubbs and Reimold. That's 7, 8, 9 for Baltimore. '99 through there for a called strike. Toronto has grabbed a couple of runs. Now 4-2 Tampa Bay in the 7th.
I couldn't get it out fast enough. I was going to. I really was, because I looked down there too.
Still nothing doing in the Yankees-Dodgers game. 0-2 and wrap foul. Baltimore got 5 runs in the second inning. Red Sox also scored twice in that inning. And moments ago, Xander Bogarts crushing a home run to the monster seats just to the left of the second light standard to cut the lead to 2. 0-2, and he missed with that one.
I guess this ball's low. I mean, that's low paint.
Drew Stubbs on deck, and the 1-2 from Kelly. High fly down the left field line. There's Young to pull up and make the play. 1 out in the 6th inning. Time now for the Geico Red Sox moment, honoring the 1986 Red Sox. In game number 144, the Red Sox beat Milwaukee 2-1. Roger Clemens went all the way, struck out 10, and improved his record to 23-4.
Not too bad. Where did he finish that year? 24-4, I believe.
Yes. On the topic of 20-game winners, Rick Porcello goes tomorrow night at 7:10 against these Orioles as Stubbs gets in. Rick 20-3. Up against Gausman, who's 7-10.
Well, that is so firm, man. 99.
Reimold next. He's been perfect tonight, 2 for 2. Checking out tomorrow's matchup. In the finale of this one, Red Sox still have to go to Baltimore for a long series. Look at those last 7 starts, a 2.49 ERA for Porcello, 6-0.
Add that to what Price has done. The last 7 starts are 13-0, those 2.
Sets up nicely when you're thinking about postseason play.
Oh, yeah.
Ways to go yet for the Red Sox. They have a 2-game lead at the moment. His line against Toronto, so reliable, rock solid all year. Boy, did the Red Sox score for Rick.
He probably gets tired of hearing that.
The 1-2 from Kelly. Certainly doesn't tire of seeing it, but to your point, he's pitched so well.
Right.
Regardless of the run support.
I mean, you don't want to take offense to that, but you know, it's like, take something away from the fact, oh, you won 20 games, but they score him a lot of runs. That's not something I'd want to hear. I mean, I get it. And they score me a lot of runs, but boy, I'll tell you what, you can't pitch much better than he has.
It will certainly help your comfort level.
Oh, yeah.
You know, some have begun to talk about the fact that because he works fast, he gets a lot of fast outs. You know, they're not sitting out there dying in the sun behind him, for example.
I mean, so what it plays into, say, Rick's pitching tonight. We're going to score a ton of runs.
Score 12 runs tonight.
Maybe they must not like me, man.
You're not buying it.
Yeah, I don't buy that.
1 man away. Here comes the 2-2.
See ya.
Got him. Struck him out with a curveball. Caught him looking. And Stubbs is retired on strikes for the 2nd time tonight.
You know, the confidence that he has coming from the minor leagues and doing what he does, and he has a breaking ball like that. If he has any type of breaking ball with that gas that he has, I mean, he's deadly. You know, you got to consider him later on in the game. I mean, I don't know if we're stuck to anybody right now anyway, but you've got to consider him. deeper in the game.
Talking 8th inning.
Yes.
Here's Reimold, a home run and a single.
I mean, look at that.
100 miles an hour.
He's humping, man. Before we used to talk about they could see it. Remember, they'd foul it off when he started. They said, well, he throws hard, but you know, it's not. They could still get to it. Well, we're starting to see swing and misses.
Yeah, that was what was missing before, the swing and the miss on a 100-mile-an-hour pitch. Pedroia down on the knee to stop that. Very fast inning for Kelly. He gets him 1-2-3. The Sox do it into 2 runs. Chris Young will lead off. Chris has walked and scored and popped up in foul territory to the third baseman. Barnes now warming up in the bullpen.
I'm thinking Bundy right now is not long for this game. You see Hunter warming up out there.
Only at 89 pitches.
He's just hanging in there barely.
Now he's fallen behind 3-0 on Young.
Oh yeah. I thought he was done after the 5th, to be honest with you.
This is the second time they've heated up Hunter. Jackie Bradley, the on-deck hitter. Here's the 3-0. And a high deep drive, but he was out in front of it and he fouled it away up into that Coca-Cola section, which has gotten a workout tonight.
That's what you're supposed to do. If you get a 3-0 green light, you don't want to pop it up. You know, it's hard not to be ahead of this thing, be quick, but God, he crushed that ball.
And that's going to miss for ball 4. So Young is on for the second time. He's been reaching a ton lately. In front of Jackie Bradley, who has singled and struck out.
Bundy got away with a bunch of fastballs last inning. I thought he threw a half a dozen cookies and he's still alive, and he got him out there in the 6th inning.
Jackie Bradley with 3 home runs his last 7 games against Baltimore. He had been homerless in his first 29 career games against them. But he's found the range. That one nearly got him.
Yeah, he's lost out there. He's on fumes. I don't care how many pitches it says.
It says 92. 59 strikes.
Threw Jackie all off-speed stuff last time up to punch him out. A couple breaking balls and then 3 split fingers in a row. That right there, he threw him a fastball in at his stomach. See what he's going to do from here.
Now Brad Ziegler has joined Barnes in the bullpen side by side for Boston.
He's going to throw over is what he's going to do. You don't want to mess this rally up by running right here, I don't think.
Big hole on that side. Here comes the 1-0. 2 balls, no strikes.
Just let him bury himself.
Last night marked the first time since June of 2013 that the Red Sox scored in each of the first 7 innings of a game. Tonight they have only scored in 2 innings so far. Wieters out for a mound visit. And now back to home plate. Hannigan is on deck.
Well, it's time to get something to hit here.
It was all changeups the last time against Bradley.
Oh.
Fastball at 93.
Boy, he just gave him that. He just said, yeah, I guess you can have one, because that's, you can do some damage there, huh? What are you looking for? I guess those off-speed stuff still in his brain from the last time up.
Yeah, those 3 consecutive changeups last time to strike him out. The 2-1 popped up. Scope drifting out. Jones coming in. Jones wants it, and Bradley flies out. So 1 away. Right now you can get up to 60 months with no interest on anything at Jordan's Furniture. Furnish 1 room or the entire room. Best of all, you get to enjoy it right now. Visit Jordans.com for details.
That's it. I'm telling you.
Showalter out with the hook.
He saw enough last inning. He knows that he caught a break.
He'll bring on Hunter with a runner at first base. 5-3 Baltimore. Here's the big right-hander Tommy Hunter out of their bullpen. He was signed by the Orioles to a contract at the very end of August. Earlier this season he was with Cleveland. He appeared in 21 games. He was also on their DL for a while. Previously he had pitched parts of 6 seasons with the Orioles. So back with Baltimore and taking on Ryan Hannigan.
I saw him with the Cubs last year too. He's been around the block quickly.
Hannigan has walked with the bases loaded. He's also struck out and scampering back in young.
Hunter used to bring it. You know, he used to get it up there close to 100 miles an hour. Had a nice year for them a couple years back when they had that big season. Setting up. Who was he setting up then? He closed a little bit too for them. Setting up Johnson.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yep. Now they have Britton, one of the very best in the business. On the infield, Scope to Hardy, on to first, double play, and that retires the side. We have wrapped up 6, still 5-3, 2.6 ERA, and used a lot. This will be his 56th appearance. 61 in the third total innings and 66 strikeouts. As we go to the 7th inning, 5-3 Baltimore. Still no score in the Yankee-Dodger game. Tampa Bay still leading Toronto 4-2 in the 7th.
Careful first pitch.
Jones is gone 0 for 3. He has struck out twice and flied to center.
He's swinging regardless.
I mentioned early in the game that he swings on 61% of pitches, which is #1 in the majors.
Wow.
But you already knew that. You didn't need the number.
The whole world knows it, doesn't it?
The 0-1 from Barnes. Jones is 0 for 5 against him lifetime with 2 strikeouts. Red Sox have been playing catch up all night. They fell behind 5-0 in the second inning when Pomeranz got knocked around. Gave up 2 home runs in the second.
Can't throw him a strike.
Off the mitt. Not nearly a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Scope on deck. Machado after him. An Oriole team that lives and dies by the homer. Barnes trying to put away the leadoff man here in the 7th.
Well, he's not throwing him a strike.
After tomorrow, the Orioles head home to Camden Yards, a long homestand. They have 4 with Tampa Bay, 4 with the Red Sox, and then 3 with Arizona.
Arizona.
Those National League games that are late like that, that doesn't make any sense. Ground ball up the middle. Bogarts has to back up for it and slings it on in time. Let's go to Gary.
Guys, hopefully not a lot of people missed last night. David Ortiz going long ball yet again, tying a guy you may have heard of by the name of Mickey Mantle on the all-time home runs list. Hopefully we're going to see him once, maybe twice more tonight. And thanks to BuyAToyota.com, you can get alerted when Poppy steps to the dish, pregame ceremonies, any sort of Poppy-related thing. We're going to hook you up just by texting Poppy to 536. All the legal stuff does apply, but get those texts in, get the alerts going, because you don't want to miss it. Time is running out on the Lars father.
He'll be up 3rd in the bottom of this 7th inning. Thanks, Gary. Here's Scope. 1 for 3 with a single. He's hit 23 home runs, 76 runs batted in. A very productive second baseman.
You know, Barnes is a lot like Kelly. Maybe doesn't throw 100, but he's up there 97, 98. Got a tight curveball. Talk about wanting guys out in the bullpen to just swing and miss guys. High velocity guys. We've had 3 in a row. Hembree, Kelly, and now Barnes.
Kelly looks sharp.
Yes, he did. That's what they wanted to see from Kelly so they can make some decisions going forward.
By possibly some big innings from Joe the rest of the way. Tap to Shaw from the grass, and he airmailed it. What on earth happened there?
Just didn't get a grip.
And so Scope will be safely on.
Looks like he wants to smile almost. He just didn't get a handle on this. It's like, what in the world is this? Launch job. And look at, if there's not a screen there, there didn't used to be a screen there. There's errors galore. That screen saves a ton of them.
It's been announced as a base hit.
What?
That's what they said. They'll call it a hit, at least for now.
I can't even put that down yet. I'm going to wait.
I mean, an accurate throw gets him.
Right. If you throw on the run, it makes it difficult. I mean, he just launched it.
Man on from Machado, who's gone 1 for 3 with a single.
Oh.
And a hard hit ball, but foul off to the left.
This kid scares me every time he gets up there.
Well, he should. As mentioned, 3 grand slams this season, and among the Orioles to do that in their history, Reggie Jackson in 1976.
Yeah, I only played there 1 year.
Only
too.
the 1 year. And Eddie Murray in 1985, among a few others. Yeah, a lot of people forget that Reggie played a year as an Oriole.
Right. Took me deep that year, the other way, right down the left field line. I don't forget that.
It was a controversial year, but he had a lot of those. 0-1, and Hannigan had to lunge up to spear that.
Man, that's when catching was catching right there.
5-3 Baltimore here in the 7th, and they have a runner at first. Packed house here at Fenway. About 80 degrees when we get underway. So it's kind of muggy at the outset. Here comes the 1-1. He went chasing.
Can't catch up to that.
1-2.
You get that kind of gas up there, you cannot get on top of this. He's trying to lose it. These guys don't get cheated.
Ross now throwing in a Sox pen. .35 home runs for young Machado. And a 1-2 from Barnes. He gets him. More high heat out of the strike zone to Phantom.
Yeah, so tempting. It's in the perfect slot. That ball up out of the zone. Beautiful. 2 pitches in a row he just cannot lay off.
Trumbo next. He is singled, hit into a double play, and flied out to right. After he went 0 for 3 last night. Trumbo chosen to the All-Star team for the 2nd time in his career. He became the first Oriole ever to homer twice in the same inning. On April 15th at Texas, hit a 2-run shot and a 3-run homer.
And keep the ball up on him too. I think he likes the ball down. Seen a few sliders this time from Barnes. Usually it's just fastball, curveball, changeup.
He allowed a base hit to Scope. He has a short lead at first with 2 down. And the lean right-hander fires. High fly to right field. Betts still backing up, but all sorts of room to make that catch. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. 5-3 Baltimore. Stays on for his 2nd inning. Red Sox behind 5-3 here in game 2. Pedroia started the game with a double. He has since walked with the bases loaded and grounded to short. And since moving to the leadoff spot, that was over a month ago, He's hitting .450. Base hit into right center field. It's like clockwork. At least 2 hits a game.
Yeah, he hadn't had a second one. He's got to get it. He gets jammed right there. He gets fisted big time on a fastball running back in on him. Look at this. He just fights it off. Got him on the kind of on the label, and he just fights it off, flares it into right field. What new? 2 hits for Petey.
Now Bogarts, who's gone 1 for 3 with a home run up into the monster seats, is 19th. Not a lot of hitting in this game, each side with 7. Xander does have 5 hits in his last 3 games. And it runs in for ball 1. Hart and Brock in the bullpen for Buck Showalter.
Hart's there for Ortiz, I would assume. They love to go to Brock. They just want to go to him all the time.
Hunter's 1-0. A strike. Pedroia at first with nobody out. High pop up first baseman Davis there with Scope, and Scope calls him off and makes the play. So Bogarts now 1 for 4.
Boy, have we seen some pop ups on some high fastballs.
Sure have.
Galore.
Here's Showalter. He wants the lefty for Ortiz. So the bullpen gate is open. Hunter gets Xander Bogarts on a pop-up, and we'll take the break here at Fenway. 5-3. Baltimore still in front here in the 7th inning. Red Sox have a base runner with 1 man out. The batter will be David Ortiz to take on the rookie left-hander Donnie Hart. They called him up in July from the minor leagues. He's been perfect in 14 major league appearances. He has not surrendered a run.
Well, he's due. David over on the sidelines over there getting a look at him on their iPad. What a way to find out about a guy looking at an iPad before you walk up, huh?
Times have changed, Deck. Poppy tonight has gone 1 for 3. He singled in the 5th inning and reached second on an error by the right fielder. Indicating a bunt, and he will take a ball on a pitch that may have been on the corner.
Yeah, a little funkadelic from the down under from the left side. Assortment of Yahoo balls. Obviously he doesn't feature much cheese. You watch, this is just arm angle.
7th inning and a base runner for the Red Sox, and a strike. 1-1. Ortiz with 111 RBIs. He has passed Dave Winfield for the most RBIs in a single season for a player 40 or older. He set a lot of those records this year. Lets it go, and that dips in for a strike right at the knee.
This is like Javi Lopez or something down underneath there. Little sweeping breaking ball. Doesn't look like much, but you go up there left-handed and try to hit that. Throws him a fastball, it would freeze him.
Hart with a 1-2 pitch. Ortiz with 6 home runs this season against the Orioles and 12 in his last 31 games against Baltimore.
Scope can't play in the outfield. He's still on the infield.
One out, one on. Trying to hold up, and he did. No swing, says Paul Emmel, and the count goes to 3-2.
All sweeping breaking balls. You got to throw a strike here, pal.
Got a piece of it. Just barely. On a slider.
Boy, he's seen enough of them. I think he's just hoping he just hangs one belt high.
Right-hander Brock. Betts on deck. Popped up again. Machado backing up. Reimold calls him off and makes the play. Boy, one pop up after another tonight for both sides.
He had nothing left. Just sort of a one-arm swing. Good pitch by the kid Hart.
So Showalter out again to grab the right-hander.
Mookie has that in store for us right here.
Yep, different strokes. Thank you, Gary. Brock an all-star this year for the first time in his career. This is his 63rd appearance, and he's been really good at 1.78 ERA.
Boy, they have leaned on this kid Brock. Like you said, all-star, nasty stuff. See a nasty breaking ball. He's got a filthy changeup, too, and some gas to go along with it.
And he's a strikeout guy. 81 Ks in 70 2/3. Mookie's gone 0 for 3. High fly ball into left field. Here's Reimold. And under that to put it away and retire the side. Nothing brewing for the Sox offense tonight, at least not yet. Robbie Ross coming out of the bullpen. He got the win on Sunday at Toronto. Got a strikeout, big K in 2/3 of an inning. Retiring Saunders and Pilar to strand a runner and end the 5th inning in a wild one. Takes on Chris Davis to start the 8th inning. Davis has walked and scored, struck out and walked again. A .227 hitter with 37 home runs. Right into the shift. Pedroia from right gets rid of it quickly for the out. Fans, don't miss NESN Live weeknights at 5:30. Get the latest on your favorite New England sports teams. NESN Live is presented by Cross Insurance.
I'll tell you what, this bullpen's done a nice job up to this point. Thought was going to be a massacre there, 5-0. They've held it right there.
In fact, the Red Sox own the major's lowest bullpen ERA in September.
Couldn't come at a better time.
Here's Wieters. He'll turn back over and hit right-handed. He's gone 0 for 3. Hardy after him. 5-3 Orioles.
Ross has done a nice job for the Red Sox, on and off, here and there. They use him all over the place. He could launch some balls occasionally, though. Hit some batters. I mean, we've talked about that before. He's hit more guys out of the bullpen than anybody. His controls in and out, and he'll get behind in the count, but he always seems to come back.
He's hit 8 batters in 51 innings.
That's a lot.
They're coming off a very strong outing against Toronto and a key win on Sunday.
Watch 3-0. He'll come back. Telling you, he just gets behind the count. Just stay in shape.
Meanwhile, at Toronto, they've gone to the 9th inning, and Tampa Bay continues to lead the Blue Jays 4-2. Yankees have a 2-0 lead late against the Dodgers.
Sabathia pitching tonight.
The Yankees have to face Clayton Kershaw tomorrow. Something tells me he's not going to have 2 poor outings in a row. Just came off the DL and had a bad one by his standards. 3-1. Hard hit. Ricochets. Bogarts backhands, bobbles.
He would have got him.
I think he may have, and Wieters is going to be safe at first base.
That ball was scalded. Trying to check everything over there, Travis. I don't know where that got him, in the wrist. Well, I don't know, but that's a 1-hop line drive. He's trying to defend himself, but if Bogey gets his ball, he's going to throw him out. That's Wieters. Where's this thing hit him? Oh, right in the forearm. Just trying to defend yourself over there.
I'd call that a base hit.
Yeah, I hope so.
So it will be a single for Wieters. That's his first hit tonight. And we'll bring up Hardy, who's blasted a 3-run homer, walked and flied out to left. Orioles nudge ahead in hits now, 8-7. Time to keep it moving moment, brought to you by Old Dominion.
I wouldn't want to see this again. This is going to be a nightmare for Pomerantz. That high fastball.
Old Dominion helping the world keep its promises. It was the first of 2 home runs they hit on Pomerantz in that second inning. The Red Sox fell behind quickly tonight, 5-0, and trying to come back all night.
Robbie Ross has fallen behind.
Noe Ramirez loosening in the pen. Wieters on at first. Certainly not a threat to be running. Due up in the last half of the 8th inning for the Red Sox. Ramirez, Shaw, and Young. And Willis will march out as once again Robbie Ross has fallen behind 3-0.
Well, I don't think Noe Ramirez is ready right now. If he happened to walk him on the next pitch, they would be going to him, I would assume. The only reason why he goes out there 3-0.
Stay tuned for Red Sox Final presented by Plainridge Park Casino. TC, Tim Wakefield, Steve Lyons will preview Rick Porcello's start tomorrow against the Orioles in the last game of the series. Home plate umpire Marquez out to break it up.
It's like if you're going to walk this guy, take your time, mix it a strike because he's not ready out there.
So 3-0 on Hardy. And Ross fires and catches the corner for strike. Yankees in town as of Thursday. A 4-game series.
Nope.
And that'll be ball 4. So Hardy is on for the 3rd time and outsteps John Farrell. And Ramirez will be brought in to take on Stubbs. So a single and a walk off of Ross. Not sharp on this occasion. And we'll be back with more in just a moment. Second, Noe Ramirez, the right-hander, called upon. He faced 2 batters in the 5th inning on Sunday at Toronto. He fanned Martin before allowing a single to Tulowitzki. It's his first game since the 3rd of June for the Red Sox. Celebrate the end of an era with exclusive David Ortiz headwear, apparel, and memorabilia. Available now at the 47 Big Poppy shop at the corner of Yawkey and Arthur's Way. This is going to be Michael Bourne, the veteran, to hit for Stubbs. So he'll set up shop on the left side as a pinch hitter, 4 for 12 with a couple of home runs. So he's done all right in the spot.
Nice pickup for them. Got him from Arizona. I know he's much better against right-handed hitters. He's got a good changeup to feature to left-handed hitters.
1 out, 2 on, 5-3 Orioles here in the 8th. And a chopper. That's going to be a fair ball. He gets the out at first base. The runners will advance to 2nd and 3rd. So Bourne does advance the runners, but now there are 2 down. They're going to call back Reimold now out of the on-deck circle.
Boy, hacking first pitch. Thank you very much, but the runners do move up.
And Showalter will go to his bench and bring on Hyun-Soo Kim to hit for Reimold. So back-to-back pinch batters for the Orioles. At the moment, both bullpens are quiet. But they're getting some usage here tonight. We're in the 8th inning. 5 runs, 8 hits for Baltimore. 3 runs on 7 hits for the Red Sox.
This guy could put the bat on the ball. I'll tell you what. Not a whole lot of power, even though he hit a whole bunch of home runs with Korea last year. It
was a major acquisition in the offseason.
Got a funky setup.
Lefty hitter takes ball one, 6'2", about 210.
Kind of a slap hitter.
Those you mentioned last year, 28 homers and 121 runs batted in the Korean baseball organization. 4 home runs this season for the Orioles. That's a strike. 1-1, 2 out, 2 on, both men in scoring position.
No, he's got to paint with that fastball. Doesn't throw real hard, but he does, like I said, he's got this changeup that's kind of sinks down in a way, takes something off.
Wieters at third and Hardy at second.
There it is.
Showalter has used Kim 6 times as a pinch hitter, and he's come through 4 times with a hit.
Was a big at bat right here, a big hit for them if they can get it.
2-1. Trying to hold up around he went on another changeup, and the count 2-2.
That's his pitch. This is his best pitch. It looks like it's just it's not a split finger. He just a little sinker he takes something off of, turns it over.
Can he put him away now? Base runners left behind by Ross. And the 2-2 off the outside. Could not get him to offer.
Boy, he tried to.
3-2. Jones on deck if Ramirez loads up the bases here. The 3-2, and he does walk him. So the bases are jammed for the Orioles in the 8th inning. The game very much in the balance here with Jones coming up. Jones tonight has struck out twice, flying to center and grounded to short, so he's been quieted so far.
You can add a slider now that he can feature to Jones. Once again, I don't think he goes to the changeup as much to right-handed hitters, but boy, you got to be careful here.
He is not going to be waiting around to take ball 4.
He's anxious to begin with, let alone bases loaded.
And for the season, he is 0 for 4 with the bases loaded. Hannigan out along with Bogarts to discuss this. 2 down, and they're all filled up for the Orioles. They lead 5-3. The Red Sox have been able to hang around tonight after they fell behind 5-0. They got 2 in the second, another run in the 5th on the Bogarts homer. They've been able to stay close. Will that still be the case here in a moment?
Big momentum shift if they can get him out.
Jones does have 1 career grand slam. Ball 1.
Boy, he didn't want to throw a strike there. He almost launched a fastball.
Wieters at third, Hardy at second, and Kim at first.
You don't want to hang something either.
Noe Ramirez from the set. Foul ball. 1-1.
I think he's trying to throw that ball away, but it came back. Had a little something on it. Trying to throw it away. Ball kind of came back in, got in on him.
For Ramirez, the Wolf is at the door here with 2 down and the bases loaded. And a line shot, but foul into the stands.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. That's a hanger he got away with. Kind of a flat breaking ball is what it was. Had him out front.
Not a bad hitter in his career with the bases loaded. 288.
You got to throw him a ball here is what you got to do. Throw him a breaking ball off the plate.
You know he wants to swing. 1-2. Down into the dirt. So the count moves to 2-2. Bases loaded, 2 out.
Got one more pitch to play with. After hanging that breaking ball, I don't know if he has a feel for the breaking ball. You saw him throw a fastball right there. And once again, I mean, he throws the changeup to left-handed hitters. Challenge him with your fastball. Careful.
Ramirez trying to survive the 2-2. Ground ball to third. That is a foul ball. Picked up by Sean, foul territory, and the runners will move on back to their bases.
He did go to the slider.
So they'll do it again on 2-2. Everybody anxious here in the 8th.
Yeah, a little drama here.
Tampa Bay, by the way, has opened up a 6-2 ninth inning lead over Toronto. Red Sox leading the Blue Jays by 2. Two and 2 on Adam Jones. And here comes. He got him. He struck him out with a changeup.
Yes.
And they leave him loaded. The Red Sox are still alive.
We've got Adam Jones, knows he's going to hack. Fastball away, not even close. Fastball runs up and in. He swings through it. And then we're going to see an assortment of slider right there that almost was a double down the line. Another slider down and away. Slider that he gets just pulls foul, and he saves his best pitch for the end. Change up in the dirt, punch out.
DeWalt FlexVolt is the official power tool of the Boston Red Sox. We're trailing 5-3. We go to the last half of the 8th inning. Brock staying on to pitch for Baltimore. Hanley Ramirez to lead it off. Then Travis Shaw and Chris Young trying to make something happen. Red Sox last scored in the 5th inning on a home run by Bogarts.
Boy, this Brock, he's got this herky-jerky kind of delivery, and he comes at you.
The 0-1 to Hanley. That's a strike.
I mean, that is filthy right there.
And 95 on the corner.
Kind of hard to pick up. You don't see it forever.
Kim in left, Bourne in right. And the 0-2.
Oh.
Yes, sir. In there for strike 3 at 96, right at the bottom of the zone. A tough pitch.
School's out, man. I'll tell you what, 3 nasty pitches. 1 inside, 2 on the outside corner. Look at this cross seam paint. Sit down.
Well, about the best you can do is foul that off anyway.
This guy is something, man.
So 1 away in the 8th. Travis Shaw has a double and a single. He's also fly to center. The Yankees did win. They beat the Dodgers 3-0. They started the night 5 behind. Tightly bunched in the American League East. And the 1-0. Skipped up there. Travis came into the ball game in an 0 for 8, but has 2 hits tonight. He'll be followed by Chris Young. High twisting fly, but fouled on the left field line.
I thought you'd think about Benintendi pinch hitting for Young, as nasty as Brock is on right-handers, I don't think they will. But at some point, you know, this is going to happen, right? He's not in any situation right there. Looked like he's going to pinch hit.
Not right now, but he is
right
available
now.
tonight.
Yes.
John Farrell said before the game when he's activated, be ready to go at least as a pinch hitter. That one slammed into right field. That'll drop down for a base hit. And so Shaw has a 3-hit game. He's got 3 for 4.
Boy, he looked good tonight. Been patient, gets his pitch, and makes them pay. You see that fastball away, leaves it up out over the middle of the plate, and he works on it.
So another opportunity for Chris Young, who has walked twice tonight. He's also popped up 0 for 1, but a 5-game hitting streak. 3 homers in his last 5 games. Has a home run against Brock in his career. Red Sox looking for a lightning strike tonight, down by 2. Fly to right field on the move is Bourne, but he has it sized up, and they're 2 down. CVS Health is a proud supporter of Stand Up to Cancer. Now through October 1st, you can support innovative cancer research by making a donation at CVS pharmacy locations, or you can donate online at cvs.com/SU2C.
Uh-oh, here comes Britton for next inning. He's going to go get him right now.
Yeah, Showalter's not going to wait.
Yeah, why mess around?
He wants him for a 4-out save here.
It's the least he can do.
He's had a tremendous season. Been talk about Cy Young for him. And now the call has been made for the Oriole closer. One of the very, very best in the business here in the 8th inning. 5-3. Tampa Bay closing in on knocking off Toronto tonight. Britton is a perfect 41 for 41 in saves. And he's the only closer to be able to say that this season. He has really been magnificent. Look at that minuscule ERA.
Incredible season this year. You see the hits to innings, punch outs, nastiest singer in the big leagues.
Jackie Bradley 1 for 3. And a base hit through the hole past the lunging Hardy. Shaw to second base. And the Red Sox suddenly have the tying runs aboard.
So Bradley there not trying to get big at all. He's just trying to make contact.
And Sandy Leon will come off the bench to hit for Hannigan.
You see this sinker that's up middle, right down the middle. He goes to slashing. He's just trying to make contact, finds a hole. First and second, 2 outs, and here comes Sandy.
Britton posted a major league record 43 consecutive relief appearances without surrendering an earned run, which finally ended near the end of August. He's been pretty darn near perfect, an all-star this season.
It's a good time right now to give it up.
So Leon coming off the bench, hitting .356, 7 homers, 33 RBIs, 5-game hitting streak. He has Shaw at second and Bradley at first. Red Sox trailing by 2 in the 8th. Very aggressive, fouls the first one away for strike 1.
Well, you know what you're going to get. I mean, throws that sinker probably 90% of the time. You always seem to hit the top of it. I mean, he doesn't try to paint with it. He just throws it right down the middle and let it happen.
Pedroia on deck. Two down in the 8th and 2 on. High chop on the infield. Hardy will throw on to get him. And that retires hitter. He'll take over behind the plate. Noe Ramirez remaining on the hill. Red Sox bullpen has been excellent tonight again.
It really, really has. And Noe made a big pitch to Adam Jones with the bases loaded. His best pitch, that changeup.
So far 6 scoreless innings by the Sox pen to keep them in it. High fly ball by Scope. This one way out of here. Totally out of Fenway. Well, they were having a great night out of the bullpen. That'll make it 6-3 Baltimore.
I mean, these guys first ball hack, and you got to be careful. High fastball, not a lot of hair on it. He just leaves. This is what they do. 231 home runs, fastball, high, middle, and there's not a lot on that.
Scope with his 24th home run. He lost it. So that's going to make it tougher for the Sox here tonight. And a batter will be Machado, who can certainly do the same thing. He's gone 1 for 3 with a single. 1 for 4, excuse me, with a single. They'll take inside, ball 1.
Boy, you can't half step with some fastball. First pitch fastball, they're ready to jump, and they do. 231 home runs. They're all over the record.
Yep, 3 more tonight. They had not scored since the 2nd inning until that blast by Scope. Abad loosening in the pen. Sox will have the top of the order. Pedroia, Bogarts, Ortiz due up in the last of this 9th inning, but now trailing by 3. Rattle to deep short. Bogarts skips it, and he got him. Machado out on a bang play. Outstanding effort by Xander Bogarts.
Well, that play took a long time. I didn't know if Bogarts was going to get enough on this ball to see. He didn't really throw this ball all that much, and it's a 1-hopper. Boy, that's close. His momentum's taking him the other way, but he just gets it there. The long stretch is what made this play. Going out there to get it. Wow.
And did get him. So Bogarts cuts down Machado. Here's Trumbo. He is 1 for 4 with a single way back in the 2nd inning. Each side with 9 hits. Where Ramirez did such a good job getting out of that bases loaded jam last inning with a strikeout of Jones on the changeup.
Man, you come back out the first pitch and the guy goes yard on you. It's like you can't even catch your breath.
2-0.
Got that sweeping breaking ball. A lot of times it's flat. A hard time throwing a strike with it. It breaks that much.
So many home run hitters in this lineup. Jones, Scope, Machado, Trumbo, Davis, Wieters, Hardy. Up and down.
You need to throw a 2-0 changeup. That means you haven't got much. Not real proud of your fastball, that's for sure. This big hairy guy at the plate trying to go deep.
The 3-0. Taking all the way for a strike. Rick Porcello on the hill tomorrow night near the finale of this series. Last time the Orioles will play at Fenway this year. Red Sox will still have another series there at Camden Yards. The 3-1. And a breaking ball snapped in there for a strike. Toronto has lost. Tampa Bay beat them 6-2. Yankees won over the Dodgers 3-0.
That's Smiley beat them with Tampa Bay.
So that means if the Red Sox can't rally, they will still be 2 games up in the division over both Toronto and Baltimore. And he went fishing. A cut and a miss for strike 3. Down goes Trumbo.
Boy, got him swinging at that changeup. That pitch wasn't even close.
Abad ready, and Farrell is coming out. John Farrell will make a move.
Change up in the dirt. I mean, it didn't even get there. What is he swinging at?
He wants back that pitch to Scope, that's for sure. Here comes Abad, and we'll take the break and be back with more in just a moment. Come on, he'll become the 6th Red Sox reliever to appear in this game. And they want him for Davis. Chris Davis, the power hitting first baseman 0 for 2 with a couple of walks and a run tonight. And there are 2 down. Davis 1 for 5 against Abad in his career. The one is a homer. It has been uphill all night since the second inning for the Red Sox when they fell behind 5-0. Shortest start in the Red Sox career of Drew Pomeranz. He went 2 innings.
They had Bundy on the ropes at bottom of the second. You feel like they should have scored more.
And the Red Sox loaded up the bases. In fact, scored twice in that inning on bases loaded walks, but left them loaded. Could not do enough damage in that inning. And the Sox have been trailing all night. The 1-1. Fly toward left. Young right there, barely has to move. That retires the side. Last chance for the Sox. We go to the bottom of the ninth. 6-3 Orioles. Rally, they're down 6-3. Zach Britton dealing strike 1 on Dustin Pedroia. Another multi-hit game for Pedroia. Look at what he has done against Britton.
What is that? That's when he started. When Britton used to start.
9 for 14 against the lefty.
It's unheard of. 9 for 14.
Pedroia started the ball game with a double. He's also walked with the bases loaded. Later singled. He's closing in on the American League batting lead. Altuve's been there for a couple of months at the very top, but suddenly it's getting tight at the top of play tonight. Pedroia was only 7 points behind him.
Britton's sinker sinks so much, moves so much. I find it hard. He must have a hard time throwing strikes, even though he's having this great year. I don't know how he does it.
2-1 to Pedroia.
Look at that thing.
96 on the outer half to even it up at 2-2.
I mean, this thing is biting. 96 with a little sink.
And the 2-2 to Pedroia. Pokes that to first base. Davis handles a chance for the out. So 1 gone in the Boston ninth. Bogarts is next. Game 3 tomorrow night. Rick Porcello, who has not lost at Fenway all season long, rather incredibly, on the mound against Baltimore. He'll be taking on Kevin Gausman, who is 7-10. Rick will go in 20-3. And unless the Sox can rally, that'll be the rubber game of the series. But as mentioned, Toronto did lose 6-2 to Tampa Bay. Ortiz on deck, bases empty, 1 down. Strike 1. Bogarts belting a home run in the 5th inning, his 19th. He's gone 1 for 4. He's also grounded to short, struck out, and popped to second. A lot of pop-ups in the game.
I thought they had a lot of chances there right in the middle. Bundy got away with a few in the middle of that, the 5th inning, and then they kept popping balls up. A couple pop-ups off of Hunter.
Here's the 0-2 to Xander Bogarts. 1-2.
I mean, you can't throw a sinker any harder than that. Hasn't got time to sink.
96, 97, heavy. Down, down, down. One away and the 1-2. Got a piece of it. He's still alive.
You don't have to be brilliant out there to throw a sinker 97. I'll tell you what, there's no thinking involved whatsoever.
We'll find out just how much on the rest of this homestand that Andrew Benintendi will play, but he was activated tonight off the DL after that knee sprain. we all thought was a whole lot worse at the time. Thank goodness it's not. The 1-2. And down he goes. That was kind of a meager cut by Xander. Not many swings like that for him this year.
I tell you what, it's easy for me to laugh. That's a breaking ball. He's all geared up for that sinker, and it's just all arms. It's like, what is that? That's not fair. That is just not fair. And then he asks, is that a strike? No.
Makes it worse.
You should have asked him. No, this is a slider is what it was.
Yeah, just a slider. Well, here's Big Poppy now, 2 down. Bottom of the ninth, 6-3 Baltimore. Does have a home run against Britain. On the night, David is 1 for 4 with a single. Fouls that one away for strike 1. David has already set the 40-year-old record for doubles and extra base hits in a single season.
I swear I remember him having a walk-off home run off of Britain many years ago.
You may be right.
I probably am, but it doesn't matter right now.
To the shift, there's Scope and right on to first, and that'll do it. The Red Sox fell behind early tonight, 5-0, and just never could overcome it. 6-3 the final. Red Sox in the end maintain a 2-game lead over Toronto, and it's now 2 TC over these Orioles as well.